Hello, everyone, and welcome to Your Right to Belong. And we're really focused in this call of Right to Belong on your ability to belong here with the quantum activations, to learn it, to embody it, to embrace it, to get certified in it, to do it with ease and joy. I think sometimes we have people who say they feel angry or they just can't do the quantum pump the hand movement. People who maybe feel like outsiders or I've tried everything. And so this call is really just to get that right permission and ability to belong restored to you. So welcome to everybody who's signing in, and we are clearing, we've got some team members clearing if you'd like to also clear, because this is such an important clearing. We've had some spiritual interferences show up before the class, preventing these in the PowerPoint. It's very clearly spiritual interferences, Saturn, type 6 alien. So they're hoping to prevent this, but of course we'll do it with or without the PowerPoint. So but do, if you'd like to, you can go ahead and pump. Let's see, doorknob is probably going to be the best. So if you want to do the doorknob to help us remove the interferences that are blocking us from getting into our PowerPoint presentation, that will be helpful. Saval, and Saval is joining us from Munich, and I hear that Saval is our latest enrollee. I think Saval just enrolled in our Immersion program that starts on Sunday. So Saval's going to be certified in a week. Yay! So it looks like so far we have 12 people enrolled. I'd really love to have 16 people. So if there is a miracle on this call, we get 4 more people that just really felt a shift and could come in, that would be amazing. We do have an online offering. It's not offered as a replay though, so you'd have to attend live. It's a live class. So welcome everyone to the call. We'll start with our love wisdom affirmation. And let's see here. No, it's still spinning. But I loaded it into the chat box. So let's say the love wisdom affirmation together. And I'm just gonna, let's see, can I? There we go. Okay. I am free to live a life of spiritual freedom and full self-expression, liberated in love, gratitude, and mastery in this body, here and now. My spirit is limitless. I am responsible for any limits I experience in this body and have complete access to the divine through prayer and meditation. Oops, looks like something got in there, sorry. Contemplation, to release myself from any human bonds that I have worn as spiritual clothing that no longer resonate with my essence. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I want you to really feel that declaration. And maybe what you need to do is post it on your mirror and read it every day. Take out the Illumination Julie Renee prayer. But this is such a declaration of I'm free. I'm free to be myself. And I'm free to let go of that stuff that I've worn as spiritual clothing. So things like not having the right permission and ability to belong, or not being under domination, or being under control. So, so do say this affirmation as much as possible. And we're going to go next into the opening blessing. And just to let you know, if you're just signing in, we're asking people to do the doorknob to clear the spiritual interferences that have shown up just before the call started, about 20 minutes before the call started. Things started rocking and rolling here. So there's a Saturn type 6 who we're removing from the call so that maybe we can get to our PowerPoint. But if not, we're still doing the presentation. So they are not stopping us. Vakratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvignam Gurme Devo Sarva Kayeshu Sarvadam. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parat Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Swaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So how did everyone's Thanksgiving go? Did you have a beautiful Thanksgiving? I know many of you are calling in from places other than the US, so you might have had a Thanksgiving earlier at a different time in the year. This is a holiday weekend, of course, for people in the US, and it's actually a strange day. It's Black Friday. And I looked up the history of Black Friday, and Black Friday was originally a dip in the stock market, a tragic dip in the stock market. And then it was celebrated as a day that the retailers would get back in the black. They'd be in the red all year because they couldn't sell anything. And right before the holidays, they'd go back in the black on this Friday after Thanksgiving because people would start shopping. So it was Black Friday. But it's hysterical if you listen to the radio. I'm assuming it's also on TV. I don't watch TV, but I drive around, and once in a while the radio's on, and they're doing a 14-day Black Friday sale with the car dealer or something like that. So it's gotten a little out of control. It's not a one-day deal. By the way, though, we do have a one-day deal. If you like our bundle meditations, the 5-minute meditations, they're half price today. So you want to just click and grab them there. I believe that the sale ends at midnight tonight. So if there's something you want, they're very, very inexpensive. You can also gift them these bundles. So they're beautiful gifts for very, very little money. So welcome, 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 everyone. And yeah, it's a beautiful day. I was thinking about the tradition of Thanksgiving, of giving thanks, of the original settlers. And perhaps Thanksgiving was done a few years after they settled. They had learned something from the native people here about how to grow food. And there were wild turkeys, which of course there are wild turkeys in California. We have a couple different varieties. We have these giant black ones that look kind of like the size of an ostrich. And then we have one more low to the ground, which is more of a gray, I think, which we think of more as a traditional turkey. So the turkey and then corn. I know corn's a tradition. For some reason, green beans have now become a tradition, and yams, the root vegetable. So that would have taken a little time to figure all that out. Potatoes. So we think about Thanksgiving. We think about food and the right to belong with our family or whoever we're celebrating with. And some of us never had the right to belong even with our family, right? Maybe you had the ability to be born to your mother and father, but you didn't have right or permission to be born to them. So you were never welcomed with open arms in the family. So we really have to look at that. I've been looking at that myself and looking at that from my adopted daughter, my beautiful daughter, who's part of me at this point. She's completely part of me. But removing a lot of programs that were there for her based on the programming in the 9 months of gestation. And that might be some issue with you too. So we want to really start thinking about what is it to have the right permission, ability to belong, removing domination, suppression, and control, and how we give that to others, how we give permission to others to be that. and also how we own it for ourselves. Now I'm going to try something which I think is going to work. I can't get into the PowerPoint, so this PowerPoint is a little haywire, but let's do the demonstration first. But at least we'll be able to see the words on the PowerPoint, so we'll be able to do some clearing on the one that I was working on when the monsters got in. Yeah, it's still spinning. Okay, so yes, the quantum pump, and I'm just going to stand back a little bit so you can see my body. And the quantum pump is the elbow down at the side and the hand moving forward. So the elbow down at the side and hand moving forward. That's the quantum pump. And for those of you who are working on helping clear the spiritual interference from the call, the doorknob looks like this. The double pump looks like this, or like this. One hand only with the doorknob. And then muscle testing, your right finger, ring finger, right hand, left pointer finger pressing down, very firmly held, not going side to side, but going up and down, holding your finger firm. I have permission to belong. I have permission to belong. The students on this call have permission to, the right, permission, and ability to belong in the Quantum Activations program, to easily learn and become a master and get certified in the quantum activations. And how, so I get a no, and then how much of that is true for them? 7%. Good for you for getting on the call. So 7%. So we're going to do a big clearing so that it's so much easier for you to resonate with the work, understand it, to enjoy it, to have fun with it, to become a master at it. If you've been taking apprentice classes but you're not in the apprentice program, I want you to be in the apprentice program. So we're going to be contacting you. I've worked out something a little special for those of you who have been just devoted to, you know, what you can afford at the pace you can afford. We'll see if we can get you certified too. Okay, so we've got a little demonstration on muscle testing, and we've looked at what people have. So very small, 7% right now. Permission to belong, to really be here, to enjoy the activations, to master them, and to be certified, really be using them in a very powerful way. So now I'm going to try something which I think is going to work. I'm going to show you a PowerPoint that's kind of messed up, but you're going to be able to see what we're clearing. So that'll be good. And it worked. So I can't alter. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I can't alter. That's funny. It started spinning. The screen share started spinning. I can't alter the PowerPoint, so I won't be able to go in and make changes. So if we need to add things to this, which we probably will as we're pumping, because I was just getting in there and, you know, tweaking this from a few days back. I always redo things right before the class because we're working on who in the class might have a problematic energy. Okay, so clearing the right permission and ability to understand, own, and enjoy the information and techniques, removing domination, suppression, and control, freedom to complete a quantum apprentice and immersion trainings and be certified. And you can see there's a lot of things we'll be clearing. And things have kind of gotten all kind of jumbled up here. This is not the way I usually present a PowerPoint, obviously. So yes, and then I'm going to say good morning, good afternoon, actually, to everybody. And please do let me know what you're grateful for. This call is coming right after Thanksgiving, and I'd love to see what is so dear and precious to you, what you're grateful for as we go about this clearing. Penny May and Dee and Tony, Kari, Paula, Anelli, Brenda, Leanne, Joan, Saval, Felipe, Philip, and Paula from Israel and Germany. So we've got numerous people coming in from Germany, Munich. Wonderful. Kathy, hello to all. And Adalia, thank you for the class. You're very welcome. And Laurel from California. And Marion from Ireland. I love Ireland, been there 4 times. Carolyn from Seaside. Oh, you're my neighbor, Carolyn. How wonderful. And Julie from Oregon, neighbor to the north. And Joan, lots of food and family, exactly. And Annie, hello, beloveds. Annie from Oregon. Kathleen Liu, good afternoon. Johanna, greetings from sunny Sedona. And Janice, I'm grateful for the opportunity to reach my highest potential. Beautiful. And Rosa, hello from California. And Jackie from Washington, grateful for all. And I can see lots of people aren't signing in. I'm not sure if the chat box isn't working well for everyone, because I can see at least probably around 60 people have already joined our call. So not quite sure what that is, but I know it might be people dropping off and coming back on. So, so we're pumping and we're clearing. And while we're doing this, and Iris is saying hello. Hello, Iris. I'm going to do kind of a quick look here on, because obviously there are some spiritual interferences that would really rather us not do this clearing. So let's see. I'm going to put these on a list in the chat box. Riptoid, and their anchor is mechanism and wormhole. And let's see. And then, of course, the satyrs, which are the ones who are messing with the technology. Holographic inserts. Embedding. See anything? Probably more. Archons, of course. We would expect them to show up. And embedding mechanisms. Holographic inserts. The Ashtar breakoff command. Nanotechnology. And DNA splicing. Of course, draconian. Mechanisms, implants, embedding. Nanotechnology. Okay, and aborting. For those of you who haven't been in a class for a while, we've identified all of the different aliens, not just by a type like type 1, type 2. We've actually identified them by name and then identified all their anchors. So we've gone way, way deeper. So you've got these things that you're like, hey, I hadn't known about this before. So these are really mapped out. The new advanced diamond people are going to be delighted with all the new information, I'm sure. Iguana. Let's see, okay, Borton, we need to get anchors for that. Seeds, mechanisms, and embedding. Okay. And then iguana. Embedding, seeds. Embedding and seeds with the iguana. Oh, chameleon reptoid. It's one we used to call entities. Permeations, embedding, and mechanisms. Oh, and evil spirits, which were now identified as amphibian, deros. So is the name, and let's see here. Nanotechnology is the anchor. And then walk-ins, occasionally, these would be like not the nice ones. Walk-ins. And permeations is the anchor. Okay, so that gives us a good sense of the troublesome bugaboos that are interfering with us as we're doing this class. So just everybody keep doing your doorknob. And the sound is on, so I'm not sure why you wouldn't be hearing the sound, but you might just refresh, Brenda. Yeah, okay. And I'm not sure where I ended up. Jackie from Washington, grateful for all. Iris, and a smile. And Brenda, I'm grateful for life and the ability to be. Wonderful. And Julie, I'm grateful for knowing, being, and living the truth of who I am. It's lovely. Johanna, I'm happy and grateful for this gathering and excited to learn and participate in this class. Fantastic. Vibaki from Norway, welcome. And Laurel, I'm grateful for my body on this beautiful planet at this amazing time. I love that affirmation, Laurel. Brenda is asking if the sound is off. So there we go. Okay, so we are pumping. Okay, and we're at about 23% right now. I'm going to do a little blasting for you guys to see if we can move this along a little bit. But it's a really big deal. We're at an era change. And so just understanding that what we're doing in the quantum activations, let me turn the music off. I know you can hear me better when I don't have that. So just know that we're in the middle of an era change, and 300 or 400 years from now, it's going to be a whole lot easier to learn this than it is now, because there's been absolutely no right, permission, or ability. There's been a lot of suppression, domination, and control with this knowledge. And so, well, everybody, thank you, Penny May. I think we've given up on the PowerPoint, and we're doing the class. So I put everything into the chat box. If you can just slide up and down, you can see all of the information that we're clearing in the chat box. So just go for it. Yeah, just do, everybody can do the double pump for this clearing. And also, if you know how to do the platter, let me just show you that you're also welcome to do the platter. Now, the doorknob looks like this, and that's what we were working on with the spiritual parasites. And no, so I'm going to have to close everything down after the call and then reboot it. They've got something just stuck on. There's probably some anchor somewhere. Maybe it's in my own computer. I don't know. So we've done this plenty, and I've done plenty of it myself. So I probably just have to shut it off and reboot it. But we're just focusing on the clearing now. So you can do the double pump, which looks like this, and or you can do the platter, which looks like the doorknob. Doorknob looks like that. Platter looks like that. So it's just fingers extended. So you can do the platter. So, or the double pump. Both of them are going to be great. And I'm going to amplify the energy here with some blasting. It's been really fun working with Adalia. She really likes doing the quantum pump. So she was showing me last night when we were home and we were just having fun. We do an up game, and we have all these different games that we play together. And you know, she's so young. She'll be 7 weeks on Sunday, so not quite 7 weeks, 6.5 weeks. She's showing me the hand and the double hand, and she has actually got that in her head. She knows what she's doing. It's controlling it is kind of interesting. And then she has the up game where she's the big girl and she puts her hands up over her head, and that's so adorable. And yeah, she's definitely here, heart and soul, ready to join in with all the apprentices and learn and become a valued member of our community. So she likes to be with us. She's been sleeping upstairs, and she woke herself up just before the call wanting to get in the front pack, and she went back to sleep. Isn't that funny? So she just wants to be here. And we love babies. Babies bring angels, and they bring love, energy, and innocence to our community. So hoping that your children, if you have children, that they occasionally join you in watching the call, so that wonderful sacred energy of love and innocence come forward into our community. That we're not just a community of mature adults. We're a community, a living, breathing community of young people and middle, age, the very young and school-aged, infants, school-aged, university, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100, 150s, so we want everybody. We want the whole gamut, because that really makes the tribe. Without the whole community, we're isolated. I was thinking about that when I'm blasting, so hopefully you're feeling some sweating going on. Looking at different spiritual organizations, and the church that I'd been going to for 2 years, I chose it because it was so close. It's like a mile from my house, and I can get there in 2 to 3 minutes. But when looking at, is it welcoming for my daughter, we went 3 times, and I thought, this this isn't going to work for us. We need a community that has a place for children, not just very adults. And there isn't a place for children. As a matter of fact, I said, well, where's the diaper changing table? They don't want to have one. They just said, oh, just change her in the pew. We don't have anything. Where's the nursery? Well, we don't have a nursery. And there's no Sunday school. So they have First Communion classes for the kids who are that age, and they have confirmation of the kids who are that age, but ongoing Sunday school and summer Bible school and children's choir, nothing. And I think about that for us and for our community, and I think, well, if we're going to be a living, breathing community that makes a difference across generations, we need to start including all ages. So I've gotten my own wake-up call. As I look for my daughter, I see, wow, there's this opportunity to do things for children and for teenagers and for people in their 20s and 30s. And, across the board, we don't have to be exclusive to just these more sophisticated classes. There's classes for every age, and for mothers who are pregnant and want to really make sure that their children have the right to belong, permission, the ability and right to belong, removing domination, suppression, and control. So I've had a lot of inspiration in my complete exhaustion. And what I can see is that we actually have brought on some team members that are younger. We have a Facebook ads guy who's in his 20s, and he's a go-getter and all excited about introducing our work to, cross generations. And we have a team of people who are now making phone calls for us, lovely ladies who are doing that. So we're really looking at how do we speak to our community more completely, and really not just say this is just for this one group of people who follows us, but this is for the whole kit and caboodle of humanity. Viviki, it's a very funny thing, but if your body is feeling to pump differently, that's the reason we're clearing this, because actually the way that I teach you how to clear is going to be the most effective. So if you pump the way your body feels like, it may be a spiritual interference that you're listening to. Let's see. So let me just test and see how effective you'd be. You'd be about 40% effective. And if you pump the way I showed you how to pump, you'd be 99% effective. So just know, sometimes we're led to, I'm going to follow my intuition. But if your body is talking to you, do you own that part of your body? Because what we're working on here, and why we've had so many interferences come into this call, is really your ability to own the techniques and enjoy them. So that's what we're actually working on. So I'm really glad you brought it up, because obviously that's what we're going for. Thank you, Johanna. Yeah, she's here. She's making little sweet noises. Okay, so those are the comments so far. So, it's a magical time of year. It's a time of year for deep reflection. We're going into December, which is our spiritual renewal month, and we have a beautiful class on Illumination Rosary, so that's coming up. We have another beautiful, beautiful class on Divine Connection, and one on how to meditate, where we go through 4 different styles of meditation. So we've got some really nice classes coming up for December. I hope that you'll all come into them. Excuse me. Sorry. No, that surprised us both. Okay. And so we're at about 33% clear on this clearing, and we've got about 15, 16 minutes left. So let's all just really kick into high gear and just pump as much as you can pump. And we're going to get her done.
Yeah, thank you. We're doing good. We're at 48%. How many of you would like at some point in your life to be certified in the quantum activations? Just out of curiosity, if you wanted to just put yes, or that's a goal of mine. I'd love to see how many of you that are on the call are actually really, that's your heart's desire. Fantastic. And if you have a timeline in mind, like in 2017 or in 5 years or sooner than later, great. 2017, great. Because I have a goal, and we're gonna do another one of these clearings next month. I'd love to see 50 to 100 certified quantum health activators. So whether you come through the 7-day diamond kind of crash course, we're doing the advanced one this time, and in the summer we'll do the basic one. Or you come through one of the 3 levels of being an apprentice. My goal for us is that we start really kicking into higher gear and get this work really masterfully in your hands faster. And so part of that for me, I'm looking at that and saying, well, if they have difficulty pumping, or if they have difficulty absorbing the information, or we can work a different kind of tuition out so that they can get certified. We're really wanting to resolve anything that would be in the way of you coming in 2017. And really that we have a big group of people that are now certified. Because truth be told, we certify a very small number of people every year, probably around 20 people we certified based on the program they're in. Now, the apprentice program hasn't run a year, so we will do more this year because the apprentice program is running. But typically we're doing, really a handful, 6 to 10 people were going through the Miraculous Living program, and then when that changed over to the Immersion program, it was the same, about 6 to 10 people who were practitioner level that would come and work with me personally. And it's just my heart's desire to have you guys have more mastery in this, know what you're doing, and really be able to wield that power. And when you're certified, you do belong. I mean, you're part of a community. Obviously, you want to keep your certification up. You want to continue to attend classes because things continue to change and evolve. So we want to see you back in classes, and some of you will notice, oh, I took that class, and now I'm getting a phone call or I'm getting an email that says, yeah, I can come into that class, which is a brand new class, but I can do it for 25%, 75% off, 25% of the tuition. So we're really interested in you keeping current. We want you to keep current, and we want you to belong to our tribe in the most powerful way. So, and I'm thrilled to see all these names that are saying, declaring yes, yes, yes. So thank you. I'm going to take a look at our class list, and I'm going to look at your names. If you put an intention that this is the year to do it, this next year, I'm going to be a stand for you to do it. I'm going to move heaven and earth to see if we can get you certified in this year, and then you're going to do your part too.
Honey, are you awake? Nope, just wiggling. I think she wants to get certified too. She's like, don't forget, don't leave me out. Okay, so those who have declared that they want to be certified, Thomas, Leanne is soon, and Audrey, when finances allow, and Saval, and Penny May, and Julie, and Kathleen Lou, and Annie, and Omar, and Brenda, and Dee, and Kathy, and Holly, and Janice, and Carolyn, Joan, Sadia, and Jyoti, Carrie, Jackie, Kathy, Paula, Trevor, Joan. Okay, good, good, good. I bet there's a few more that have come in. Oh, and Laurel. Wonderful. All right. And for all of you that are just part of the community, I love that you're here. And there's Carol saying yes. So, you make your declaration like I did with the house, like I did with the baby. I got a little message from her godmother saying, you're such an inspiration. You make a decision and you move everything that's in the way so that you can manifest and make the impossible possible. And that's what I want for you also. So whatever your impossible is, being part of this community, being part of this group, really does give you the power to make the impossible possible. We start the year with, obviously, with the apprentice program that's running, and the Year of Miracles is running. And we have the 21-day wealth jumpstart. So the 21-day Accelerate Wealth from the Inside Out, most powerful wealth program we've had. 3 people bring in $100,000 in 3 weeks. We had one lady bring in an inheritance of $250,000, and that was in 4 days. We have had countless people land great jobs, and lots of openings. And I think what we're going to do this year is open a Facebook group up of the Accelerate Wealth participants, so you can share the excitement of your miracles as they're happening day to day. It's a 21-day, but we usually stretch it over 4 weeks. So there's a few extra days in there that we put in. Okay, and I see Viviki, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, maybe in 2018. I think you have to take a few classes to kind of get in the flow of things. And Karen, yes. And Antonetta in 2017. Fantastic. Well, I've got your number now. You all said yes. That's great. Oh, yay. My little darling has gained a lot of weight. She's heavier now. I've got the over the shoulder crisscross pack that all the weight goes on your shoulders. I think I'll have to get the over the shoulder and around the hips pack next. Sometimes she sleeps and she's like 100 pounds. She isn't. She's like 10 and a half pounds. But it's definitely going through her growth spurt, and I'm loving her. I'm loving it all. I'm loving the sleepless nights. I'm loving that somebody needs me so much that she wants me holding her all the time. Oh, it's good. It's good to have children and grandchildren and family and spouses and lovers and sweethearts, and it's good to have love in your life. Okay, we're at 56%. What I'm reading is that many of you will need to pump another probably 40 hours. This is a longer clearing, but it's such a profound one. It's really, like I said, we're at such the beginning of the era change. 200 to 300 years from now, you're going to have the right permission to get this information. Now we're leaving the domination, suppression, and control era,
And we're really just breaking the glass ceiling here. And we're I feel like, like we've been underwater, and there's been this frozen um, uh, I don't know, ledge above us that's like been 2 feet deep of ice. And so we've been just stuck underwater, and we haven't been allowed to understand, to learn, to comprehend it. And that's that pressure from the old era, the Piscean age, where there was so much weight and pressure from not having this miraculous information, quantum field information. And with the pumping that you're doing right now, you're breaking that open so that you can get to the top of the surface and breathe in and be at the top and be above the ice and be above the suppression, the domination, the control, the repressed. So that's why we're doing this. Let's see. Yes. Yeah, Anelli. We will, in this class also, I don't know if you guys realize, but we've done probably 3 or 4 already of these apprentice clearings, and they're free. You can find them on the blog, and I think that you can also find them in our free trainings. So we'll send you a link to the ones we've already done, which you might have done, and you might want to watch them again and clear them again. With muscle testing, Anelli, I think if there is some point where you want to come in and train with me in person, a lot of times people have really big breakthroughs when they're with my physical body, because my quantum field is so larger than you could imagine. Gayla says hi, and Marion says yes. So good, wonderful. All right, my sweet darling. So I encourage you. I'm going to just pop her out so you can see her face, even though she's sleeping. I encourage you to come into the apprentice program. We'll be in touch with you if you've said, yes, I declare I want this, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. We'll see if we can figure out a way for you to get it done. There she is. I'm just going to have her peek around a little here. Here's the darling. She's really out. Anyway, Adelia sends her gratitude and her love to you, and I send my gratitude and love to you. And we're partners, and I love you, and I want you to be successful in your life. I want you to have and get everything you need. And I want you to have your power. I want you to stand in your power, be able to, at will, make a miracle happen. So God bless, and I'll see you very soon. I love you. Happy holidays.